らいの月日が流れたのだろう。長い長い年月、私は待ち続けていた。母なるクリスタルの加護を持つ。光の戦士と呼ばれる。彼のこと、待とうや。いかにしますか。運命に抗うか、それとも受け入れるか、いずれにせよ退路はありません。
逃げる？そんな必要ないわ。あの人が戻るまでこの地は私が制する。
この街も少しばかり変わっちまったな。今度は俺がついている。安心しろ、リフィリア。
Alright, we're gonna swap our build. I'm not really diving with the whole damage over time. Heartseeker. I feel like it doesn't really have that much value. The Heartseeker, like, it's valuable, but it's not, because you can make Heartseeker into a free skill, right? And that is automatically thrown, and you don't really care about the throwing damage portion of it, right? So bow damage doesn't matter anymore. The recurve chance is still important on here, but it just doesn't feel great. Like you can get sapping strikes every 3 seconds. You could throw out to get 8 mana plus 15 mana, 23 mana total, right? With this, so this becomes your mana generator, basically. That is instance, like you can basically do that once every 3 seconds. And you can actually see how, actually kind of crazy how it behaves, where it's still... And then we swap this build over to, I think, an Acid Flask burning build. That's like my intent. And that's exactly what we want. Is this. So then we can start reskilling everything. Okay, wait, drops gold. Like it's performing okay. But I mean, we're doing this and I'm saying like, oh, it's performing okay. But I have a feeling it just doesn't scale as well. That damage just... I mean, it could be the survivability problem more than anything else. So... Because the alternative for the Heartseeker is using... what do you call it? Is using the Umbral Blades, which can also be cold, but they're not going to apply any frostbite. This, you can get frostbite as well. And in general, this has an insane amount of icicles that get thrown out compared to other builds, because I have basically 2 attacks going out at once. You got the throwing advantage, which gives you a baked-in frenzy as well. And it's actually dual damage, where you're doing both. You're doing both damage over time and some burst. Like Rain of Winter is burst damage. And you still get increased bow damage, which is interesting to say the least. Like you can see I'm getting up to 40 or so stacks. Isn't terrible. But right now the damage is super low on this, it feels like. Oh shit. Dawn Shield. Tier 6? That's actually really nice. Overall. Block effectiveness, it even has a health on there. It's only 30 forging though. This actually wouldn't be bad for potentially trying to imprint. Try and get a tier 6 version of it. Oh, okay, I need to slay that dude.
Not happening.
Oh shit. There we go. Nice. Yes. Okay. We got increased damage over time. That's actually hilarious. When I'm trying to like go away from a damage over time build. I mean, that could be part of it. Let's see what our increased physical damage. I don't care about that. We have 208 increased cold. We had, what is it? Have this, which is increased elemental damage over time. Other. Okay. Bleed damage. Frostbite is 228 right now. So we're dealing about 6,000 damage. Or 8,000 damage, it's saying. Right, 40 stacks. The first 30 stacks. I thought they... This is not correct, but... I don't think this actually shows elemental damage, or it's very possible. Yeah. That's insane. Right, like if I go and put this on, it's 256. 256, and we can do the math. 256 times 40 is 10,240 damage I should be doing with it. With 40 stacks. If I go and do 226 times 40, that's 9,000, so it's a 10% damage increase, roughly. I have that on. Let's try the acid flask version though. Okay, so what are we changing here? We drop net, we drop some of the points in here. So I don't even know if we actually get a benefit here because we're not using any bow attacks. Like nothing is actually considered a bow attack. But we could get more shadows. And I'm pretty certain this doesn't trigger ever. So the question becomes like, do you get enough value out of this? We don't need shred. We're not using a ballista. Ballista actually wouldn't be terrible in this build because you can swap ballistas to fire as well. Let's take a quick look here. Right, you can even make them cold, so this even works in this build, technically. Okay, and they only scale off a bow attack though. So it's kind of like a shittier version. Poison chance from Acid Flask and poison damage with Acid Flask. So you can get 100% more damage with Acid Flask on here and a 400% ignite chance. Within 4 seconds of using a potion. So this is still also a possibility. Like we are going to first pop that. Okay. We didn't get double, that's fine. So we respec out of this. Right, we despecialize the skill entirely. Take Acid Flask on here. We respec move points. We get all the points out of there. Then we pick up the points in here. For specking, go over here. We spec points. Like, we're not caring about lead. It would be interesting if there were a way to make Acid Flask a bow attack. That would actually be pretty cool. So we're now gonna see if this actually works or not. We're gonna, I guess, leave that point for now. Because this is still good. Picking up an arrow gets you, what do you call it? Dusk Shroud? How long does it last? Okay, this actually can get you 20 physical damage on there. And 10, oh wait, if it stacks up to 20 times, so that would be 20 times 4, 80 damage on there. 80 physical damage, that's kind of crazy. And then you can get 40% attack speed, and you can ensure that they always crit. Right, that's your next bow attack. Detonating arrow actually seems like it could be really, really good. Especially if you use the consume on here. Because then you can get 15% and wait, it's 100% more damage on your next one by consuming it. And I'm pretty certain detonating arrow doesn't actually work with shadows on its own. Right, there's a bunch of pickup effects, which is picking up, picking up, picking up. Right, even picking up these arrows heal you. So we want the recurve chance, but I don't even know if it actually is considered used at that point. So we may drop the points from this side because then we have this, which we despec out of. We could try the explosive trap version. Excuse me. There's an explosive trap version to get the mana cost is 1 right now. Is that because of my rings? It must be because of my rings. Okay, so this is a 10 cost and this is an 8 cost. This increases the cost 3 11. I just want to see how much it would cost. Let's see. Right, this is 3 costs. So that's 11. Mana efficiency, mana cost is 8. That's 7.7. So we can get it down to, because there's 2 versions of this build. There's an explosive trap version, which is throwing out all of your acid flasks for you. And this would then be 1 to 11. That would still be something like whenever explosive trap detonates, it now has a chance to create a ballista. At half cost though. And then traps throw traps. No cost on that. And then this uses less mana than acid flask costs, which means that they're free for us. And the only cost we have is actually for explosive trap itself. Wait, this is saying yeah, so this is 3.2 right now. 3.2 is very, very manageable. It's basically free. So let's try the explosive trap version, because technically the explosive trap version throws out more acid flasks than this. And this is always going to be free for us. So this is throwing speed, slow chance, 1, 2, 3, fire. We don't really care about that because we get the poison penetration. And fire shred is stacks, what is it? It's 12 times, or it's 10 times. So it's a 20% reduction for the armor shred. Then increase crit chance, crit strike multiplier. We avoid this, and then we pick that up. Now we come back in here, respec this, remove points. Firm. It's interesting. I wonder if Bone Piercer just doesn't work if you're using Ravaging Dart. Don't need that because we're not using Puncture. Frailty chance is actually not bad, but not really worth it. This does get some leech. I don't know if we actually need it. It does get us extra here too. We remove the point there. Really, we go here and then max that out. And we could, now that I'm thinking about it, because like even if you throw just one, using it directly, you can gain mana as well. So like in theory, we could go here. Mana efficiency we don't need because it's a throwing attack and its base mana is what, 6 or 9? I think it's 6, so it's, we don't care about attack speed since it's a free attack. It does give us a little sustain with leeching. We can also use a Peak of the Mountain as well, which we're not going to then do that. Okay, so this is what our build's looking like potentially. So let's see. Got a ring. Okay, this is max out first. Here we need to get that. We actually don't have enough points to start with this. So this puts us at a 3.9 cost. So there's two ways around this, which is you either accept that, like, let's see. So let's see what happens here. Dragon Fang is actually works without it. That's insane. So you can get, I have 10 stacks here. Okay. I see. Kind of. That's actually wild that you can stack like this. And this is maximum of 20 stacks. So getting 20 stacks is actually very, very hard. Like if we get chance, recurve chance, this is recurve chance. That's recurve chance, 5% per point. Burning daggers. I wonder if that's actually worthwhile still. I don't know if it is though, because the dagger that you get here consumes mana, but is it, it's considered a throwing tag? Is it, actually let me see if I remove my rings real fast. Go to Heartseeker. It costs 0 mana, but I think every time it generates it, it forces you to take 2 mana. Right, so if you recurve 10 times, you would get 3 extra blades. I don't actually think that's a big deal. We got a onto the race. That's a pretty good one. Arrow of Age. We don't care about melee damage or spell damage, so this is a little bit of a, unless you get like incredibly good Weaver rolls, it's never going to be good. Tier 6. Tier 6. Insane freeze rates. What we got here? Critical strike chance. That's pretty insane. Holy shit, 108 poison damage. Does this convert the damage to? No, okay. Acid Flask base damage is fire. That's what it is. So, physical, wait, what? Why is it saying it's physical and fire? It still retains the physical tag? I don't understand why this still has a physical tag. That must be a bug. Let's see. Blind chance is actually not bad. At one point in there. Unfortunately, you gotta burn 3 points for poison duration to get Knowledge of Immunity. The Knowledge of Immunity is actually insane. Because you get, at 75%, you get a 75%, what is it? 5% uncapped poison resistance, get 1%. So 75 divided by 5 is 12-ish? 12.5, right? 15. Okay, it's 15. Then times 3 gets you 45% poison penetration. So this gets you 45% poison penetration. Kind of big. It's more than this, but do you actually do more damage by having both of these? Or do you do more damage by getting more shred chance? This is dumb. So many of the builds in this game are ruined by these cooldowns that don't allow a build to flourish. Imagine a build where you built extra tanky and all you did was run around to have flasks drop around you. There's also a decoy version to have them shoot out. And okay, so now we go pop over. We have a dragon song. Dragon song. I have one dragon song. Okay, we don't care about this cold damage. And then do we have quiver? What quivers do we have? Sword, which is bleed with hail of arrows. %11 more per stack. 88% more damage. Oh, actually, it can go up to 15%. Chance to slow bosses and rares per stack. 5% chance to petrify other enemies on hit per stack consumed. And more evades. This is cool, but like we literally don't use bow attacks. That's another. Actually, we could also make the explosive trap into a bow skill, which then would trigger some of these things. I don't know like how that impacts the acid traps that are thrown from it, if they get damage increases as well. Have arrow guard. I thought there was a shroud one. I guess I have not ever gotten in that one. Okay, so there's our good quivers. Increased bow damage? Nope. Bow critical strike chance. That's also another interesting one. Because we don't technically have a bow, we don't get critical strike chance in a traditional fashion. I don't even know if there's a way to get it. That's like, this is the only way to get it, which is critical strike chance with fire skills. Beaver tree. Ravaging dart in there. Swapping to dragon songs. Okay, do I have anything else? Increased fire damage. This is not bad. Increased bow and increased slow on hit. But increased bow damage, I'm pretty certain does nothing here. Okay, like, yeah. Same as having nothing, which is unfortunate. $21 health regen. Okay, that goes away. Increased crit strike. Throwing attack speed is okay-ish. We can leave that. Poison damage we don't need. Necrotic resistance is okay. Okay-ish base. Tier 5. Not bad. I think I'd rather what I got though. Minions, fuck that. Okay, let's clear this out. Shop. And start trying to get idols. Let's see what we got for idols on our Rouge. Fire penetration. Increased damage. 29, that's pretty low. Increased damage while wielding a bow. This is actually good. We got ourselves more damage. Red armor on bow hits. Max traps with increase. Okay, this is not bad. Well, I'm trying to like go through all the potentially good ones. Maybe that's what we should do. Critical strike multiplier. That's a little bit low, but it has mana efficiency with decoy, which is kind of nice. Okay, we got bow elemental, area in shred, chance of blade, bow critical strike chance, bow physical chance of blade, health on kill, increased damage, no. Increased damage while wielding that. Red duration is okay. It's done. Just trying to go through and figure out increased bow damage is not as good as the increased shred duration because it literally doesn't do anything for us, right? Yeah. Like, wait, we get more damage here? Wait, what? Oh, because of throwing attack speed. I mean, we probably could have made Frostbite work. This is pretty good. That's, oops. Recurve chance is actually huge. This is actually a really good one, but not particularly well rolled. I think we prefer having the recurve chance on here. Red duration doesn't really do too much because the other one, increased bow damage, is probably increased damage while wielding a bow combined with recurve is probably the best ones we can get. Damage with that. Increased throwing damage is also really good. Extra arrows dropped is not bad, but I don't think it's going to do what I want. Armor shred effect increase is really good. Throwing damage with caltrops we don't care about really. This is not bad, but we're not using multi-shot either. Fire penetration and increased throw. Mana efficiency. Increased bow critical strike. Physical pen. Shred and throwing hit. This is actually a good one. We get increased damage while wielding a bow and more armor shredding. 7 ward gained, and we're gonna create a shadow. So we'll create a lot of shadows for them, let's say. But I don't think that's actually worthwhile. It's not enough ward. Okay, we got another recurve. Ooh, that's a low roll though. Okay, Rouge 2. Because we could have probably gotten ourselves another 100% chance to bleed. Low hit, increased damage, throwing damage, strikes, more shred. Okay, so these are probably our best ones. We got 17 in increased shred duration. We probably want to swap this out so we can get more flat stacks, because this gives us 30% extra. But I don't know if that's actually meaningful. It still gets us a 16% increase on there. So if I go and swap, that's... Wait, what? How is that doing less damage? Increased damage while wielding a bow? I'm wielding a bow. Oh, is it... Did it somehow go off? 6329. Or maybe it's taken into account. There we go. It actually goes down 400. But if we have higher stacks, it's a little bit of a catch-22. And I can't fit that guy in there anywhere. So then we go back. Pull these all out. This is what I think we're going to use right now. Recurve. Idle. This is actually not bad. 25% increased damage of attacks used by shadows. That would actually mean our shadows... I'd rather have... That one's our lower one, so... Our shadows would then be doing 25% increased damage. Unfortunately, it's a very low rolled one. Each of their flasks are actually doing even more damage. And we got increased damage over time. We definitely don't need the cold damage now. We could use it on only if we swap the increased damage over time, but we don't have that. I think we get rid of this. That we probably keep around. Okay, let's see how terrible this feels. One of the things is we're going to lose the 20% attack speed and the 20% extra damage, or 10% extra damage that net got us. Okay, let's give this a try. We can pick this up and see what happens. Okay, we can see that they throw them. Okay, it feels fucking terrible. It feels way fucking worse than what we had. So, alright, we can get that. We can get that. That gets us 11 cost. We have this maxed out. I don't think you can afford to pick this up. Okay, so this now gets us... Let's see what happens with this. We now have extra points in here. We get increased crit chance 200%. And we're not going to be using Acid Flask. We could pick this up, the Elixir of Speed, to... Right, like, has a chance to grant on use. I don't know if that counts as on use. So let's just see if it is. Heartseeker, we maxed that out. Okay, now we got extra recurve. So we've maxed out our recurve chance. Or sorry, we have all the recurve nodes. This will get us 10 more, and then we can pump there, maybe. But we may want to actually get the hidden skewer. So let's see. Okay, so this feels better. With there's my 3 traps. And there's Dragon Song in action. So, and I also don't have this maxed out yet either. Of extra damage in my smoke, which is a big one. Oh yeah, and an explosive trap is also getting us a lot. It's actually getting us shred, is it not? Like, yeah, fire resistant shred. And we pick up Dusk Shroud chance. And damage per Dusk Shroud, maybe? I mean, I don't think you need the extra point in here. You already got a 90% chance. And then do we just pick up the extra? Because we do just pick up the extra here. Let's see, if I throw this out. That was kind of funny. Okay, we can see if we get, yeah, we do get haste. We have perma haste.
Easy. Too easy.
Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot tell still on here if it's actually going to be worthwhile. We can also increase that. I forgot to back remove, because if we convert the throw what do you call it, explosive trap, what happens to the acid? I assume it's still considered itself a throwing attack and not a bow attack. Let's actually take a quick look. Okay, it literally says throw, so I'm assuming. Grab. And then do you just increase more active and avoid the cluster? Because that's expensive. I mean, with mana regen, you could make it work. Okay, activate shrines to lure out an ambush. I forgot to do the rest over here. So it's definitely not being used, I think. Okay, Heartseeker. Max that out. Okay. 11 stacks, looking good. So this might actually be worthwhile. Increase. I like get this to 3. Okay, no effect. I don't think that's worthwhile. Get so 2 is probably might be okay. And Bloodseeker for the extra recurve for the rest of them. Oh yeah, I got +2. I forgot about that. Okay, so this is good enough. Now let's get this guy. Okay, now what do we get in here? I mean, this is okay, right? Because we're gonna have something like 10 stacks, then plus 10 damage, and this is 300% effectiveness, so it's actually a 30 damage increase. So let's see. Arc charge chance? Wait, you can turn yourself into a spark charger? That's kind of wild. You know, you could even play this as a detonating arrow on top of that. When an explosive trap detonates, all other explosive traps also detonate in quick succession and fire detonating arrows. The detonating arrows can occur a limited number of times per 2 seconds. Okay, so you can only get 10. But what would I drop? I guess you would drop the Dark Quiver at that point, right? Like that would be what you would drop to now have Acid Flask, but you're not scaling your bow damage, so it's not really worthwhile. So yeah, let's get the extra point in there for some extra damage. But we need to activate Shrines. Oh shit! Fuck. Okay. Getting used to this. That's what we'll blame it on. Minion? Holy. That's a lot of dodge rating. How much dodge rating would we get with this? 27 to 33. We get 6% more. And then, what? 57? It doesn't last very long. That's the problem. But it does give you an insane amount. So only effectiveness, cast speed.
Yes.
I don't even remember. Oh, that was. It's because we're trying to level up the skills too. Okay, so isn't that what you just asked me? Whichever one you'd prefer. Okay, this is another one. Okay, let's... Nice Tome of XP, give me. Okay, what do we need? Slay enemies. Find the rift. Fuck it, we're just gonna kill a bunch of assholes here. Rouge. There we go, we found them. Pedal. So we got one. Another ballista ring. Oh, that's actually a pretty good one for us. We get a little bit more juice in here. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to pull out a point from here. This still is not bad because it still gets us mana. Doesn't really matter which way we go on this side, I'm pretty certain. So I need to remove a point here as well. Uh, need to add a point here and move it out from here. I don't even think this does anything anymore. Because we have no bow attack. I think if we had if we turned this into throwing it, or not a throwing attack, but bow attack, that would be our answer for utilizing this stuff, right? Like each one has a chance to drop. and it would give our recurve additional plus 50%. And then we could pick up more. So maybe that's the actual play there. Oh yeah, we want to move that out. Spec, remove point. Don't need it in there. Specking. Because we need 2 points to get into Blast Drain. But that costs then 16 more mana, which is insane. But it would then mean we would have all of this benefit. What do we even put? Trigger area, detonation area? We could get more fire shred stacks, actually. That's what we're gonna go with for now. Get an extra. There we go. We maxed out our Dusk Shroud potential. And then we put the rest of the points in there. We could actually get this. We put in, we can have permanent Fury, because chance on hit would be 1 mana per recurve. It gets us mana on use, and then we could afford it. We might be able to do that. That's another way to potentially improve the situation. And if we really wanted to, we could also pick up the additional charges and we would reset them, which would then get us even more mana. It actually gets us more mana generation. We look at it for a point perspective. If we're hitting 10 times and a 25% chance, so only 1 in 4, so 8 making this easier. Only 2 hits, which is 2 mana. So 2 mana and 20 health is not a lot, right? Like if you make it every time it hits, that would be 1 mana. So if you're recurving 8 times 8 mana, or we just 15% or 15. Oh, problem here is bow attack mana cost would be plus 75 with this. So we could move the points out of here to get 8 mana instead. It's a little bit of a conundrum what to do there. Okay, we actually do want to go into the Baritone. Okay. What is this? Rerolls rewards. Let's just try and do the last room boss. Oop. I also now need to actually see if the other thing gives us crit chance, like what it, and if it's bow specific, or is it just, because we can get a lot more dragon songs off. I mean, I definitely feel, what the hell was that? Just like the amount of shit that kept coming out. Throwing damage. Oh yeah, we need to swap our... I'm doing less damage. Well, because of that. Bow fire damage. No, we don't want bow fire damage. We want things like shred. And crit. Chance. Ooh, ooh. It doesn't fit. What the fuck? Oh, Alyssa ring. Tier 6. Nice. Fire damage, throwing damage. That's probably better actually for us. 91 increased crit chance. This is really insane. Really bad. It's actually a pretty good base. Let's see what we're dropping here. Oh, tier 7, 170 crit. Oof. Blade per sword. Poison damage. Health. Mirages. Shot. Product resistance. Done. Increased damage while channeling. Damn, that's not shabby. Okay, where's the necklace throwing damage? Looks like it does consider that more damage. The flat throwing damage on here compared to that massive. Smoke blades. Shit. Yeah, this is starting to feel a lot better. Just with a few minor changes. Get out of here. Yeah, we don't really care about the explosive damage here, but each stack of Shroud increases it, so it does increase like our actual damage output overall. And because of Dragon Song, we get +2s. And we have even better clear because of it. This is looking really good. So we theory crafted one okay-ish build, and this is way fucking better looking. Okay, what got this? We don't care. That would just be for selling, anyways. Here we go, get out of here. Get to the jubba. I'll trick on him. Yeah, that's way fucking better. Way fucking better. This is what you feel like. Okay, get 2 more points and then we can put them in here. So this is like a catch-22. You have to put a lot of points. You have to spend 4 points to get this. Or you put the points in here and you're just doing 80% more damage. Right? You're not directly using them. Slow chance, throwing speed, we don't care about. That's kind of crazy because I'm at 8. I have 2 more points and I still don't have enough points in here in this tree. Really? We got Permanent Frenzy there. We definitely don't want to pick this up. I think we just get the Fire Shred stacks maxed on here. Additional critical strike chance, and its critical strikes deal more damage. You have to put 2 points in there. But with Dragon Song, it actually is worthwhile. Like every cast Dragonfire on crit. So maybe that's what we do, is we already added a point in there. We got 2 more points. We're gonna leave it as is. Let's see how many stacks. We're very unlikely to get more than 2, it looks like. But that's because I hadn't. Yeah, I don't think the extra points are worthwhile in Dusk Shroud. You only have a 15% chance on each recurve to get it, which means like even if I get 10, I'm only likely to have 2 happen. You can even see like there's times I don't get a single stack. Yeah, so I think the play is move points, put it in here to get the extra 6% critical chance. So then we get more Dragon Song procs. And then if we actually need more mana, we could go down there. And then we can also pick up additional traps getting thrown. Okay, because right now we throw 3. We can increase that to 5, which gets us 5 of these, which increases our damage a lot. So that's probably where we spend the next 2 points in there. Okay, let's sell our crap. My crit. What's our crit strike chance? On critical strike chance, 11%. And so we have an extra 200% chance on, we call it acid flask. 200 here. So that's basically 100 here.
Take care.
That. Increased effective haste is a pretty good one. Get rid of that, get rid of that. It's a bad base. This is okay. We also have Weaver's Will here. Increase damage over time. No, we don't care about that.
Yes.
Explosive trap. We actually not gotten it. Okay.
Yes.
Touch it. Buy back. Ring.
Yes. Take care.
Rouge. Damage while channeling. +8 spell damage. Damn. Rouge. We could throw this on. We have a bunch of gambits. Gambit. 20% less damage. That's a pretty good. Increased damage while channeling. Endurance. Yeah, that didn't get us a great one. That's a pretty good one to try. Okay. Which I forgot about the passive point. More glancing blow chance. Like, look at how often it fucking goes off. It's insane. Dragon Song. Like, he has everything shredded. Okay, what do we need to find the Elder?
Not happening.
Ooh. Let's pick that up. Kill this shit. So we don't have to deal with it. This is way fucking better. Way better. Okay. Put points in here. Okay, acid flask. Okay, smoke bomb, melee damage. And then do we get 1 point in here for the cleanse? And then we don't really need. Really weird. Like, okay, health gained. Let's just go with more frenzy time. Let's see what we want here. How much is this now? 18? 16? Yeah, that's a lot. Mana regen is still a pretty powerful choice here. That's weird. I just had Dragon Song go off on me. Okay, this is getting crazy because of some of the interactions. And just throw it out for free mana. But we might want to pick up extra mana. That is already getting us the maximum mana too. They just keep fucking coming. Okay. What's the plan? Let's fuck shit up, is the plan. Now we just need to put on a Peak of a Mountain. Oh wait, we can't use Peak of the Mountain with this build. That's one of the downsides. Because we turn the skill into a free skill. So this is a catch-22. We could have a Peak of the Mountain for like 250 increase crit chance. But then we would have a mana cost associated with this. Like what is the mana cost? Mana cost is 3. Okay, so it's very cheap. But we couldn't actually get mana then from our marksman tree, and it would still go up in cost. But well, I guess there is no upsides. Okay, mana efficiency. And let me take that off just to make sure. No, it's 5.2. So what else do I have mana throwing? Aerial Assault. Gonna get me an Aerial Assault. This is gonna be ridiculous. I don't have anything else that reduces throwing costs. As far as I could tell. Maybe it just changes the cost as well. $106 mana. Use damage while wielding a bow. That is excellent for this. Well, not a bad base. Bit of just increase area with acid flask, not great here. Crit strike multiplier is not bad. +4 detonating arrow, holy shit. Fast speed, 53, holy shit. Shred armor on hit, that's pretty good. Use physical damage, not very good for us. Damage, bad base. Both on kill, bad base. Press. Physical resistance. This is actually a really good base. This is a pretty good base. We would have to remove the strength though. This is the weird one. Tier 7, this is a good slammer. Puncture and elemental resistance. I dropped that. I didn't even put anything else in there. So this is a little bit weird too, in that the damage on here is pretty shit, isn't it? And because we are using the skill to get some free, like, is there any reason not to just use Acid Flask? Isn't free, that's why. I thought it was free. What's the cost without this? 7.7? Like, where is this cost coming from? Oh, that's because we have mana efficiency, right? 30% mana efficient on there. But this is, that's 7. 7, so is in 9.3 on it. 7.7? Wait, I don't understand this math. This is actually, if I took out the mana efficiency, isn't the base of this 9 for Acid Flask? So shouldn't this go down to 2 cost? Like, this is actually creating some weird cost? Like, what is increasing the cost? Mana? There's only 2 nodes that increase mana cost. And let's check what the base cost is. Skills. Acid. Oh, it's 10 is the base cost. Okay, so 7 will get us to 3. And then this is getting us to 2.3. And I think you get it for free. This goes up to -5. And this gets, yeah, I think you get it for free with a tier 7. Oops. Yeah, what did I just sell? Why did I put that over there? That's a fucking insane one for detonating arrow builds.
Take care.
I don't know if there's any... We can use this potentially with a Havoc. Okay, that's a bad base though.
Yes.
Okay, Chambers of Ruin. Oh shit, I forgot to swap over. I just fucking clear up the room without any issue there. Where's he going? Oh, is he there? Get our mana back. Strangely enough, it almost feels more manageable, the mana. Probably because we're not necessarily attacking nearly as much. He's dead. Oh yeah, here's the... Oh, we run around that way. Like, look at how much armor had removed. Ooh, which way is it going? There we go. Nice. Clean. Helmet shard. Skill shard. Envy. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. So, strangely enough, we kind of do want to use our what do you call it? Heartseeker. Like that's Heartseeker 22. I think we take out a point from here. We get 2 charges. And that gives us 4. I don't know where we would take points away. This gives us a lot more crit chance. Maybe we just move the points out of here and get them over there. At least right now, we definitely want a point in here for the leech. Both gained from picking up arrows. That's like a 10% heal. Extra arrows. You take out the point from there. Like, I guess you could always have a skill to trigger, right? Like you can use anything to trigger it, right? Like if I just use that to trigger it, and then we can even see like what the benefit is. Holy shit. Okay. 17.
Not happening.
12. It didn't actually seem like it did anything. Was that just RNGesus? Must have just been RNGesus. Oh shit. I think sometimes it goes crazy. 1, 2, 3. No, that only still got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it does keep it for a certain amount of time. So one, 2, 3. Okay, I don't know if you can keep stacking them, right? Like, if I go in 1, 2, 3. Didn't get anything extra. Okay. So I don't know how much that 50% chance matters, and there's literally nothing to show you that you have a buff.
Not happening.
The only reason that you might want to do that is so instead of not being able to pick these up, you can keep stacking your dust shrouds. That would be one reason. Have a free bow attack. Flurry? Is Flurry faster? Flurry might be faster. see. I mean, it's fast attack, but is it actually faster? I wonder if all three attacks are individually considered. Let's see. No, it's considered one attack.
Not happening. Not happening.
That would be one reason to have anything consume it. The question is, do you really need... You probably don't need points in here at a certain point as well, where you're just getting so many extra... because that puts... We're already at a 12% crit chance. 12% with... is what? As additional... And we have 100%, so 11, we have something like a 23% chance to crit. If you get it high enough, your crit rate, you probably pull this out. That would be good enough there. Okay, now this is 21.3. That's really expensive. Last ruin. It's also one of those things when you're running around, you tend to use a lot less.
Not happening.
Like, I just shoot directly out of me. Is that because of... It must be Ooh, shit! Fuck me. I'm sitting here trying to analyze it. It must be because of how,
Yes.
the distance must be the issue there. That's all I can think of. That dragon song is cannot trigger itself. Okay, that's fine. In the direction you're facing. So maybe that's what it is. Every time I'm moving, like you can actually just clear with Dragon Song. Okay, this definitely feels fucking insane. Way better than...
Not happening.
Like, just look at how many fire songs. Or dragon songs just keep coming out.
Not happening.
Whoosh! Beautiful. Large idol. Increase elemental critical chance. Actually not terrible for us. Alright, we're it's a bad base though. Wait. I wonder if these... Oh wait, these are unique, so... This is actually interesting. 15% more void damage to bosses and wares. Huh. I don't need these. Let's go and look at fire. Okay. What's our resistances at? Necrotic. That's actually not bad for us. Bow damage. There's also throwing damage. Oh yeah, that's right, throwing damage. That is insane for us. Void. Blade. Stun chance. This is the best one so far. Vitality, not bad. They also work for us. Unfortunately, they're both that. Okay. Now, critical strike chance. Not bad. That. That. Pretty good one. That's a big fucking one. Don't have block. These small ones are quite juicy as well. Okay, so we can get 19 ward. Like, how much ward does that get us? Let's get us a little something something. This almost a 10% health increase. Isn't bad. We don't really need elemental. We do for... That gets us more mana regen at the moment. So right now necrotic, have a few little ones fill in. Crit avoidance, critical strike chance, that's not bad. Fizz we don't need. That one's a very nice one. We have, yeah, we have avoidance. Regen. Gun chance, okay-ish. This one's pretty good. Increased healing effectiveness and health. Increased damage over time. Dodge rating. Also not bad. This one's pretty good. If there's any others instead. I think I went through all the small ones. This was also good. I think that one's better for us. 19 dodge and 4 dodge rating, which gets us then to 30%, which is pretty good. And we can replace that one with this one. Okay, now we actually have titles. What do we have over here? Unique armor piece. We'll go there in a second. Movement speed. It's just actually insane. Let me keep going off. Oh, fuck me in my ass. Fucking necrotic damage. Okay, well, go here then. Find the rune prisons. It's hilarious to see like all the traps. And it just all the work for us. Okay, there's another one. Start over here, I guess. Holy shit. Yes, that's fine. Okay, there, that works. Keep our mana up. Oh shit. Got a bow. Rogue. Potion. Got a chest over there. Tier 7. It's not a bad base. Okay. One left. Got 17.8 mana, which is still an expensive side. Oh shit, I didn't even know they can hurt you like that. Oh, okay, what's down here? Could help us. Okay, sort of. We get more mana. What is he doing over there? Oh, he was fighting with that dude. Okay. Anything good here? Oh shit.
To drop some.
We got Ravager's Dart 2. Ooh, big. That's big in Japan.
Yes. Take care.
What we got? Increased damage while channeling. Very weak one of 4 throwing damage per 5 dex. So the most you could get with this, let's say you had 100, so that would only be 20. 20, it would get you 80 throwing damage. Okay, so as you stack, it gets better and better. This is T6, T5, T5, which is all fully defensive. Oh, this is perfect recurve chance though. We don't really care about the damage per se. It's lower dexterity though. I think the recurve chance might still be more important. Oh, nice. We got a Dragon Song 5% crit. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna need another tab. I'll get rid of this crap, I think. Freeze multiplier. That actually would have been good before. This is a really weird one. I don't know if it's worth keeping. This is okay. Damage while channeling. Resistance while channeling. You can frenzy and increase frenzy effect. Not worth it. Not worth it. Rid of those 3. These, no thank you. 4 decay threshold. Or 10 intelligence, that's actually not a bad one. elemental resistance is still our big one on there. Like, how much do we get out of this? 40k threshold then? That's kind of crazy. We have one thing giving us ward. And that gets us 208. What's the roll? 14? But the crit chance roll is all the way up to 7, which is the big one. And then we go to Weaver Tree. And print bigger one. And then we also, do we want to imprint that or the 2? Maybe we imprint the 2? I don't know if there's a better one or like it or not. Okay, get rid of that. Oh, this one's not bad. Ooh. Reduced bonus damage taken from critical strikes. And now we have crit avoidance though. So I don't know if it's worthwhile, but it's pretty good. Yeah, 26% increased effect, which means that instead of 20%, it's 24-ish. 25% increased attack speed. We get cooldown recovery, which means, how long does this last for? 4 seconds? Smoke bomb lasts 4 seconds. If you have enough recovery, like, let's just, well, I can't even use them. Wait. It's 24 and that's 26. This is much better because we can get reduced critical strike chance on this as well. Lead on blow hits, we don't care about now.
Take care.
We got a fucking +3 to aerial assault. Increased minion damage. This is insane if we were playing Falconer.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go and Will is Umbral Blades. Dodge rating is okay-ish. Speed on hit.
Yes.
Throwing damage is still what we really want. Okay, after this. This guy is kind of hard. It's what the hell is going on here? Oh shit, I just jumped right on his ass. Okay, let's just pull out of this area. Okay, we're full. Let him.
Not happening.
Okay, if you want to walk that way. That was way easier compared. Okay. What we got here? Endurance. Oh shit, a dominance. Low rolled on the intelligence though. Lowish roll on the reduced. But +2 is not bad. Increased healing effectiveness. You're 95% of damage reflected. That's kind of crazy. 13% mana. Fire ignition. 22 endurance. It's an okay base. We still need the mana regen, kinda though. But
Yes.
high roll, low roll, lowish rolled. Let's just get rid of this. We don't need another one of them.
Take care.
Okay, and last map. Let's go get the unique. Did I? Oh, I do have 2 points in here. Ah, shit. I need the increase. Shit. Okay. Lost a point in there. Okay, we got the extra charges now, so now our mana should be kind of goodish. Say. Like,
Not happening.
oh, helmet? Oh, that's a peak. That's a peaker. Okay, I think that's a foot of the mountain. Holy shit. Ruby ring. What do we need to do in here? Destroy the bone spires. Got a key, nice. We're leveled. Okay. More glancing blows.
Drop something.
Okay, let's clear our inventory out real fast. Oh, lightning damage. Shit. Thankfully, this does some insane damage. 44 health on kill. Increased melee damage. Tier 7. Increased lightning damage. No. Oh shit, 22 cold pen? That actually would have been really nice on Reign of Winter. We kind of want to hold that then. you ever want a Brand of Winter build. That's just mana. Increase move speed. Where the hell do we have to go for this? Oh, it's over here. Holy shit. Get so much.
Not happening.
93%. Increase crit. We're not gonna use this. It's a weak base. Another Foot of the Mountain. Foot of the Mountain actually still would be pretty good. Would help our mana issues too. LP1 and LP2. Okay. Let's just get another one here. What? Where'd it fucking go? Holy shit, like, what is going on with the game when creating a tab? There's something weird with this. Weak legendaries. Okay, we got a low rolled, kinda not, kinda high. Okay, 6 mana cost isn't gonna make it free, but it does bring it down to like 15. That's a +1. Okay, this one's a better one. 1% block chance per 2% endurance above the cap. So 120 would get you, if you got 100, actually 100%, 40% above the cap would get you a 20% increase on block. That's not a very good one. $50 physical resistance. I don't think we need that. This is what? A tier 7. Tier 6. Ace. Alright. So let's just slap a Foot of the Mountain on here real fast. Just to see what it's like. Okay, so I can get like 19 throws out.
Not happening.
Let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so like 18, 19, somewhere around there. We take that off up to our normal abilities. We also lose 11 attributes, but let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we get 12, so we actually get about 50% more rows with Foot of the Mountain. Is kind of wild, but then we lose all our dodge, and we get 50% damage reduction for all our HP. And we get glancing blows still. But you're going to be moving to pick up the quivers as well, so for the frenzy, the heal, and the shadow, so it's very unlikely you're gonna like get much value out of those. Alright, time for me to head off. You could still keep Urzel's Pride, right, for the uncapped lightning resistance on here. Because you get more mana, it has decent armor on here, you get 175 armor. This one actually rolled decently with even more health from the Vitality. Low rolled on the tier 6, but not bad. Alright, thanks for hanging on out. Until next time, keep your beards clean and look pristine.